My car got repossessed. Yes. Why am I smiling about it? Guys, it's a long story.
Like, my checks was like, what, $400, $500? I thought it would be a great idea to get a car.
I made the conscious decision this morning to have my car willingly repossessed.
To get the car back is $1,600, and the car is only worth $2,000, but we owe $8,000.
Guys, please help.
Today we're going to talk about car repossessions, and we have a long lineup of people going through it right now. So you're going to see moms trying to figure out how to get to work without a car, students who forgot they even had payments, somebody cleaning their car before it gets snatched, and people trying to justify why letting it all go was the right move. And all this is happening during a time where debt is getting harder and harder to manage. You have lenders approving people for cars they can't afford, and now they're talking about having a 15-year car loans. Like, that's going to solve anything. So we're going to check this out. Let's get into it.
Yeah, so why the fuck Capital One took my car yesterday morning? Didn't make it to fucking work. Motherfucking rent due, ain't paid the rent. Damn, it's always something. I had the motherfucking... Yeah, so why the fuck Capital One took my car yesterday morning? Didn't make it to fucking work. Motherfucking rent due, ain't paid the rent. Damn, it's always something. I had the motherfucking borrow from Amscott for my rent last month. I ain't even paid them back yet. I've been borrowing from my check to pay my car insurance, my light bill. Oh my God. Putting gas in my car is just like, and then buying food for my kids. It's like, it's always fucking something. Now I got an Uber to work every morning. I don't know how the fuck y'all do it. I like to jump on my own shit. I can't do it, but I already know I ain't finna be down for the long. Y'all pray for you, girl. I'm embarrassed. But trust and believe I'm gonna get my shit back, and that's on George Washington.
So I saw her on TikTok. Her videos has been going on. Actually, we're gonna watch another one in just a second, but you see what she's just going through. I guess you can call it like a death spiral right now. Behind on rent, had to borrow money just to keep a roof over her head. Now she's juggling car insurance, light bill, gas, and obviously she hasn't been caught up yet. In the financial situation a lot of us are going through, it is always something. There's always some kind of bill that you're behind. You always feel like you're skating on thin ice. And obviously Capital One does not care. They're going to hit her with a repo when you don't pay your bills. So now she has to pay Uber, which is even more expensive. So if the car payment was, I don't know, $400 a month, and she has to take an Uber twice a day, that's $15 each way. You can say that's $30 a day. Over a month, you're spending about $600. And that's if you only use it for work. So no groceries, no errands, nothing like that. So she's paying even more for transportation than the car note would have cost her. Plus, she still owes Capital One for the car they just took. Now, she says she's going to try to get it back, but I don't see much of a plan on how you're going to do that. You got to pay whatever you owe, plus repo fees, plus storage fees. This could easily be thousands of dollars. Meanwhile, she's spending more on Uber than she would have on the car payment in the first place. So this is how people stay trapped financially. The math stops making sense the second you fall behind.
Washington. Yo, I was thinking, it's income tax season, and y'all know my car got repo. I'm so fucking nervous right now because so many people have been telling me that my car can be, my income tax funds will be taken because I owe on the car. I need my money, baby. I'm trying to move. I've been doing good all year, man. I really wanted them to take the car because it was becoming too stressful. No, I did not want it to be repossessed. I wanted to give it to them the right way. But times got hard and things was, happening. And yeah, but like, I don't know what to do. Like, if they take my taxes, I'm not going to be able to, do what I have planned. I have started a whole new plan for 2026. We trying to move. We doing better things from than last year. I'm a better me. That's it. That's all. What do I need to do? Leave some comments. Let me know, guys. Please help.
So obviously now she's worried that, Capital One is going to snatch her tax refund to cover the car debt. So let's talk about this for a second. So first, Capital One cannot directly take your tax refund for a repossessed car. That's not how private debt works. The only entities that can grab your federal tax refund are back taxes, obviously, or federal student loans, child support, certain state debts. Capital One would need to sue her, get a judgment, and then potentially garnish bank accounts or wages, but they can't touch a federal tax refund directly. Now, what can happen if she deposits that refund into a bank account and Capital One has already sued or gotten a judgment with a bank levy, they could freeze that account. But that's a whole legal process that takes a lot of time, lawsuits, court dates, judgments. That doesn't happen overnight. Now, here's what she's not thinking about. She said that she wants to surrender the car the right way, but times got hard. The problem is voluntary surrender versus repossession doesn't really matter that much on your credit or your debt. Either way, you're selling that car at an auction for pennies on the dollar, and you still owe the difference between what it sells for and what she owes. There will be a balance that she owes, and Capital One will come after her for it. So she's planning to do a lot of things, but you still got this debt hanging over your head. Moving to a different place is not going to make it disappear. They will find her, they will sue, and eventually that judgment will catch up. That tax refund may be safe for now, but the debt isn't going anywhere.
Would you take out a 15-year loan on a car? Because apparently that's an option that might be coming. Like, we saw 96-month loans and we're like, oh my God, we're just going to skip straight to 180 months. I'm getting this from a government announcement where they said in order to make things more affordable, we're going to offer 50-year mortgages and 15-year car loans. I will tell you, as someone in the industry, if a 15-year car loan becomes an option, do not do it. If you look at a $40,000 car and you finance it for 60 months, your payment's probably going to be somewhere in the upper 8s with rates where they are right now. If you do a 15-year car loan on a $40,000 car, yeah, your payment's going to be somewhere in like the mid 3s, but you're going to be paying back like 80 grand for this car. Same principle goes for this 50-year mortgage thing they're trying. Like, what? You will own nothing and you will like it. I mean, that is just insane to me. It's like we have a broken faucet, and instead of actually fixing what the problem is with the faucet, we're just going to hand you more buckets. That doesn't do anything. This is just wild to me. So let me know down in the comments, did you take out a 15-year loan on a car? And follow me for more content like this at Spitting Bars, selling cars in the financial collapse.
So no, the answer, I would not take a 15-year car, not at all. And I know that the government has, I guess, suggested that 50-year mortgages and 15-year car loans could make things more affordable, but he's absolutely right to sound the alarm on this. This is the dumbest financial product that I have ever heard. A $40,000 car financed for 60 months seems to be okay, right? The payment is going to be $800, but 15-year car loan and your payment drops to $300 sounds good, but not really, because you're paying what, $80,000 for a $40,000 car? That's double the price just because you wanted a lower monthly rate. And the problem is cars depreciate fast in quality and obviously in the value of the vehicle. A car is worthless in 15 years. You'll be making payments on a vehicle that has already been junked or sold for scrap. You'll be 12 years into payments on a car that may have died 5 years ago. Meanwhile, you're still underwater the entire time, can't trade it in, can't sell it because you owe more than what it's actually worth over a decade. He's absolutely right when he said this, that this is like handing people more buckets instead of fixing the broken faucet. The problem isn't that loan terms are too short, it's that the cars are too expensive and people are getting approved for loans they can't afford. Stretching the term doesn't fix the affordability, it just hides the problem and makes lenders richer off the interest. This is the same scam as buy now, pay later, stretch over 15 years. It's designed to trap you in permanent debt. Don't fall for it.
You pull the 2019 Chevy Malibu out of nowhere. You're trying to figure out what exactly is happening. You see the ring camera footage of the tow truck coming into your driveway, pulling off with your car, and you're immediately saying, oh my God, my car is being stolen. You reach out to the police department, they say, no, it's not being stolen. It doesn't look like it is on recovery, so it is being repossessed. You reach out to your lending company, and you're trying to figure out what exactly is going on. You said that you've paid your payments, you're actually ahead on your payments, and you don't know what is going on. Why is your vehicle being repossessed? You're saying the loan company is trying to fraud you into paying more money because now you have to pay the storage fee as well as the tow fee for the vehicle. One company is saying, unfortunately, we are not able to have this vehicle released. It does look like there's a balance of $12,528 that needs to be paid in full before anything can be done. The loan company lets you know, unfortunately, we cannot do a payment plan. There's no negotiations. You just have to pay the money up front because the balance is due for the vehicle. In the victim statement, she's asking, why is it so high? I want an itemized breakdown. You're holding my vehicle hostage and I have to get around to make sure that my kids have somewhere to go, as well as I'm able to get to work. One company said again, the vehicle cannot be returned until the payment is payments in full.
So this is a really interesting one. So the lender is telling her that she still owes about $13,000. There is no payment plan, no negotiation. Plus you got to pay all those fees. She's asking for a breakdown of what she owes, but they're still stonewalling her, saying, well, you got to pay the full balance or you don't get the car back. In my opinion, what's happening here, she must think that she's ahead on payments, but there's something that she's missing. Maybe she was making partial payments and that the lender applied the interest and the fees instead of the principal loan. Maybe there was some balloon payments or deferred payments that she forgot about, or maybe she refinanced at some point and doesn't realize the new terms, or maybe she's counting insurance or some bundle costs as car payments when they don't actually go towards the loan balance. I'm not sure, but the fact that they're saying that she owes over $12,000 suggests to me that this isn't just one or two payments. That's serious delinquency. Either she's generally confused about her payment history, or there's some kind of clinical error that she needs to fight with a lot of documentation. She has a right to demand a breakdown of what's going on. If she's truly current with her loan payments and this is a wrongful repossession, she can obviously sue, but most likely she's not ahead as she thinks she is, and now she's stuck paying thousands of dollars to get that car back.
My husband's car got repossessed, and I mean, obviously it's our fault. It gets repossessed when you don't pay your bill, and we didn't pay the bill because we had to choose between paying the car bill or paying rent. That's on us. To get the car back is $1,600, and the car is only worth $2,000, but we owe $8,000. So logistically, it makes no sense for us to go pick that car back up, but that leaves my husband out of a car. So if you're in the Westchester, New York City area, like Bronx, Manhattan, Westchester area, and you have a car that you are willing to sell to us for under, I want to say like $1,500, we would love to speak to you. If you can share this video so that my husband can make it to work, and I would love it if you can send me a DM with the information, with the listing if you have it listed on Facebook Marketplace, so that my husband can get in contact with you guys. If you don't have a car that you're selling, if you can press all the buttons and get this out there so that we can hopefully find a car in the next couple of days, because we do need a car. Where we live, like, we can't really get anywhere without a car. So please engage from the bottom up, share the video, leave a comment, and thank you in advance.
A tough situation. Obviously, they chose rent over a car payment. I mean, you can't really blame them for keeping a roof over their heads. Now, here's the situation. It costs $1,600 to get the car back. The car's only worth $2,000, and they still owe $8,000 on it. So I guess it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to try to get the car back. That's really throwing good money after bad. But here's what a lot of people don't understand. Just because you're not getting that car back doesn't mean that $8,000 debt is going to disappear. Capital One, or whoever the lender is, they're going to auction that car off. Let's say it sells for $1,500 at the auction, which is probably generous. So now you have that $8,000 loan plus the $1,500 from the sale. That leaves the balance of $6,500 that they're going to still come after her and her husband for. They'll sue, get a judgment, garnish wages or bank accounts until it's paid. So yes, buying a $1,500 beater to get him to work is probably a good idea if they really need the transportation, because it's going to be cheaper than Uber. But that doesn't really solve the debt problem. This is mostly a band-aid situation. They're still going to owe thousands on a car that they don't even have anymore. And this is the trap I see a lot of TikToks and a lot of stories where they think letting a car go is going to solve the problem, but the debt just follows you. They're going to need that $1,500 car and a plan to deal with the balance, and this still is going to haunt them for years.
Why I wake up this morning, y'all, check my phone, got some messages. I said, okay, baby, check it. Why is it Capital One texting me early in the morning like they my man, trying to tell me good morning or something? Y'all, I thought my plan was just genius. Baby, they text me Saturday morning, early morning, talking about some, it's up for repossession again. Okay, I see how y'all want to do me, baby. When I say I jumped up out that bed so quick, because I don't know how quick they're talking about moving. Like, do I still got a few more days before they pull up in the tow truck and come get my baby girl? Y'all, I had to pull up. I had to clean my truck out, because guess what? Let them pull up in my yard, get the pull in my truck, baby. I don't want to be running out there trying to get my stuff, my purses, my cards, my blacks, all that out the car. So, what I did, y'all, and guess what I did, y'all? I went to the car wash and I cleaned it up for them, baby. It looks so nice in here, baby. They're gonna be happy to get my vehicle back. Then y'all know I broke my side mirror. I got the pieces in the trunk for them in case they want to fix it or something. But y'all, it's been, this year I believe would have made 4 years with this vehicle, and I just couldn't keep up with the truck payments when I lost my job and I ran out to get another car, and now I'm filing bankruptcy. So we're gonna see who get it first. Is it gonna be the bankruptcy people, because I have to turn into the bankruptcy people, or sure is Capital One gonna pull up in my yard, baby, and come get it. I ought to block my goddamn truck in. Shit, I like smoking in it at nighttime and throughout the day too.
So it looks like this person is definitely making a whole lot of bad decisions. And I understand that she's trying to, I guess, make light of the situation. She is down bad right now. So she had a job, she got another car, and now she's filing for bankruptcy, hoping it will stop the repo. Like, not a really good track of good decisions. I mean, let's break it down for a second. She said she had the truck for 4 years and couldn't keep up with the payments after leaving her job. So instead of dealing with the car she already couldn't afford, she went and got another car. So now she has 2 car notes and can't pay it. That's the kind of decision making that puts you in this situation in the first place. Now she's racing to file for bankruptcy, thinking that it will beat the, I guess, the lender to the punch. But here's what she doesn't understand. If she files Chapter 7 bankruptcy, yeah, there's going to be an automatic stay that temporarily stops collections. But if she wants to keep a car, she's going to have to reaffirm that debt, meaning that she still owes it. And if she doesn't reaffirm, they can still repo it. Chapter 13 gives her more protection if she's making payments through some kind of bankruptcy plan, but that means she got to have the income to actually make those payments. So while she's over there trying to clean the truck, like, they care about that. Like, the bank is going to appreciate that gesture. They don't care if it's clean. They're going to sell it at an auction for pennies on a dollar regardless. She's putting in effort for people who are going to take the car from her. So what's the real issue? She's still going to owe the balance after they auction it off, bankruptcy or not, until she gets it discharged. She needs a lawyer, not a car wash.
My car got repossessed. Yes. Why am I smiling about it? Guys, it's a long story. I literally at first thought my car got stolen. And I was so confused because all I was expecting was walking into my car and going straight to class. Come to find out, it was gone. Was walking around the whole parking lot for like 5 minutes. So confused. Then after class, I talked to the cops. They said, "Is there any way your car could have been repossessed?" My heart dropped. Because I was like, yes, it's high likely because I haven't been making payments. It's been 2 years since I made payments on my car. And I totally forgot about it. I was only worried about the cashier's check I sent them. And I totally forgot that I had to make payments on my car. Because I hadn't made payments in 2 years. I thought my car was paid off.
Wait, hold up. How's that even possible? She hasn't made a car payment in 2 years and totally forgot about it? She said she was only worried about the cashier's check she sent initially and completely forgot that she had to make monthly payments because she hasn't paid in 2 years. How would you think the car was paid off? So no one sent an email, no phone calls, nothing telling you, hey, you need to still pay this car. You still don't own it yet. Like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
But it wasn't in reality. My older brother was in charge of it. And so here we are today, carless, about to walk to the bank in this cold outside. It's so cold outside and I have to walk to the bank. So happy right now. But yeah, it was a stressful week. Literally week of my exam, my first exam at that, found out my car got repossessed.
Even her story that her older brother was in charge of it, that doesn't make any sense. If your brother was handling your car payments, wouldn't you notice money coming out of your account every month? Or did he agree to pay it and just stop? Either way, how do you not notice for 2 years that payments were not being made? No calls from the lender, no late payment notices, nothing? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. What's really happening here, she owes 2 years of back payments, plus late fees, plus repo fees, plus storage fees. Even if she gets approved for some kind of loan, she's now financing a car that she already couldn't afford at a higher interest rate because her credit probably just tanked from the repossession. She's worried about exams, worried about going to school, and instead of focusing on school, she's going to be drowning in debt from a car that she forgot she owed on.
You know what? I don't think I ever told y'all about the time my car got repossessed. So boom, when I was a private, right? A private in the Army, little fuzzy wuzzy. You ain't really getting no money on like that as a private. Like my checks was like, what, $400, $500. I ain't getting shit. I thought it would be a great idea to get a car. I bought this 2019 Volkswagen Passat. Car note was $700. Where I was gonna get that $700 from, I don't know. I was gonna pull that bitch out my ass. And I don't even know how I got approved for that car because my credit was shit. I'm talking about my credit was 300s. I lied, 400s, but that's low as fuck. Or than where my ex lay his head in hell. So boom, every time it was time to pay my car note, I'm like, that she could wait. I'll push that bit next month. Next month. Next month I'll pay it. Like I just kept not paying it. It got to the point. These people is blowing down my phone. Like every day I know what time they calling me about this car. They gonna call me at the same time, 9:06, call me about this car. I'm not answering. In my mind, it's like, look, it can wait. I'm trying to be outside. I ain't got no money for it. I'm trying to pay my little barracks Wi-Fi.
This is just a terrible situation. I mean, how did you get approved for that car in the first place? If you are having the lowest possible credit rating, how did you still get approved? That right there tells you everything about the predatory car lending. Now, obviously this person made terrible decisions, but why would they lend you this car? They don't even care that you can afford it. It seems like they just want someone to sign. The fact that she kept pushing these payments, ignoring the daily phone calls, months are going by, still not paying, the math was never going to work. If the car note is $700 and your whole check is only $500, this is financial suicide from the very first day.
Bill in my insurance, like I felt like at least I have car insurance. At least I'm on about the 6th to 7th month of not paying this car note. I'm in my bed sleeping peacefully. Me. I hear a truck outside. I'm like, damn, that truck loud as shit. But anyway, next thing I know, I hear a little skirt. I jump out my sleep and I'm like, what was that noise? Girl, I walked to the front of my door, peeked through the window. My little tutu gone. Oh, my shit is gone. Mind you, it's about, 4 a.m.? No, it was earlier than that. It had to be like 2:30. They hit me at the wee ass crack of dawn. I'm like, fuck, well, who do I call? I don't know where they took that motherfucker. I end up calling, like, the people that call me every day at 9:06. I'm like, look, y'all repo my shit, bro. Like, how I get my shit back? I literally have formation in 3 hours, and I ain't got no will. They end up telling me, like, you got to pay the full amount that you owe, and you got to pay the amount to the tow people, because, like, however many days it sit at that tow yard, you got to pay. I'm like, oh, baby, fuck no. Like, I ain't got that. I ain't got no money. I get to texting everybody in my contacts. Like, I can hold 50. I can hold this. I can hold that. Bruh, then I don't show up to formation. I'm texting my NCO like, look, bruh, crazy story. I slept over my homegirl house at her apartments and somebody towed my car. Like, I shouldn't have left my car there. That's the lie I came up with. He just like, whatever, like, figure that shit out. So the whole day I'm scrambling to get this money. I end up coming up with the money. Go to the tow place. My shit is in bumfuck nowhere. Like, the people I'm talking to get my shit, like the tow yard people, country's hell, they like literally sound like they smoke 100 packs of cigarettes a day. Yeah, baby, go over there and talk to Janice. Janice knows where your Volkswagen at. Okay. I'll go give Janice the money. Whoop wop. She giving my car. I'm in the dirt, y'all. I'm in dirt. Like, that little Volkswagen was it couldn't even move up out that dirt. But I got my car back, okay? And when I tell you, that taught me a valuable lesson about finances and paying bills on time. You know what I'm saying? I was never great with finances growing up. You know what I'm saying? When you're not really taught about finances, you tend to become that way. Anyways, yeah, I'm not like that anymore. My bills is paid, bitch. I pay my bills on time. I don't play no games. But also, I tell this story because a lot of people think like, oh, you're so bougie, you got your life together. Like, baby, it took me a while to get here, okay? I used to do some dumb ass shit, and that's just one of the dumb ass shits I did.
Very funny story, but this is what I really respect, that she owns it. This taught her a very valuable lesson about finances and paying bills on time. She admitted that she wasn't taught money growing up, and when you're not taught, you're gonna make these kind of mistakes. I think so many of us have had that issue where your parents probably had issues financially, so then you haven't seen how to do it properly, so then you fall for the same mistakes. But now she says her bills are paid on time and she's not playing any games. And I think it's a pretty good story of you cannot avoid the repo man. You can't avoid the bank. Once you stop paying, they're going to get the car. They're going to find it. So how about you make sure that if you take on this vehicle, that you can afford it. That you should not take a vehicle with a car payment higher than how much you make in your paycheck. Doesn't make any sense because yes, these lenders will do that knowing that you're going to fail, knowing in a couple of months, they're going to get the car back anyway. The way these dealerships make money now is not on the car. It's the loan. Is that monthly payment, and people are struggling to pay it, and the moment they stop paying it, they're going to get the car back.
All right, jumping right into it. I made the conscious decision this morning to have my car willingly repossessed. Yeah. But you know what, y'all? I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Yes, I've looked into every different option, alternative, and I know what it could potentially do to me long term. I know. And even with that knowing, I'm still not worried. And it's not to debunk the fact that this is a real thing and that myself or people that I do know or even don't know either have or haven't gone through. It's not to debunk that at all, because this is very much real. But I guess it's just to be transparent about the ways in which shit happens. Shit happens, and yes, the decision that we have to make around certain situations or circumstances may not be the one that we want to make. And should you find yourself in that position, there's just two things that I just want you to remember. That one, it is going to be okay. You may not think that right now. You may not want to believe it right now, but it will be okay. And that two, you just have to keep moving. Nothing of what a difficult decision is going to define how I still show up in the world, how I still see myself, how I still value the things that I truly value now and have found true value in any of this. But for me, I just feel like I'm gonna be okay.
I mean, I respect, I guess, the emotional resilience. I do. If you're looking at a point where the car payment is drowning you, or you have to choose between keeping a roof over your head or keeping the car, surrendering, might be the right call. I mean, at least he's being transparent about it instead of hiding or pretending everything is fine. But here's where he needs to understand, even with all this positive energy, voluntary surrender versus repossession does not change the financial outcome. The lender is still going to auction that car off for way less than it owes, and you're still going to be stuck with a balance, and you're still going to have to pay for it, and they can sue you, they can go through your stuff, your credit is going to tank for a couple of years. I mean, it is what it is. That's what's going to happen. Now, saying I'm not worried doesn't make the debt disappear. The real question, do you have a plan? Do you have a plan for what happens after the surrender? Because keep it moving is great advice emotionally, but financially, the debt is going to still follow you. You can be at peace and still have a strategy to deal with what's coming next. Those are not mutually exclusive. So there you have it, different car repossession situations, but the same pattern is keeping up. People get approved for loans they can't afford, fall behind, and then realize it's too late, that the debt just does not disappear just because the car is gone. Whether it's the mom scrambling to pay for Uber, the nursing student who forgot about payments for 2 years, or the army private making $500 a check with a $700 car note, or the woman that thinks that she's ahead on payments, they're all learning the same hard lesson. The math has to make sense before you sign, not after. Let me repeat that. The math has to make sense before you sign, not after. Especially now where times are hard, bills are piling up, and sometimes you may have to choose between rent and a car payment. But it's still important to know what you're getting yourself into. Understand that voluntary surrender and repossession both leave you with a balance you have to pay back. So whatever you do, don't fall for these extended loan terms that make you pay double for a car that will be worthless in half the time. Stay smart out there. Let me know what your situation is. Do you have a repossession story? Put it in the comments below if you're comfortable with that. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll see you in the next video.